Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So today, I have a little something I'm actually really excited to talk about this. So with it being 2020, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make some changes this year and do some new things. And one of those goals was to read a little more, because I only read one book last year, and I kind of want to be more of a reader again. You know, I like reading. I like movies more, but you know what? It's good to read. So this book, I should say this series, was introduced to me about a couple months ago, and I had to read it because, and I said, well, if I'm going to read the first book of the new year, it's got to be with my girl Hilary Duff here. So Hilary Duff, back in 2010, this is old news, wrote a novel entitled Elixir. And I just finished reading it today, and I have some words. So first and foremost, I think everyone should know that this book is a Twilight knockoff. Like, I'm sorry, but it is. You know what? And I don't even hate Twilight, but it's so clearly a knockoff of Twilight that I have to say it here. My girl Hilary could have come up with something a little more original. Sometimes I was reading this and I was like, this sounds just like Twilight. Just a little more condensed than Twilight, I'd say, because it's obviously not as long, and there's only 3 books instead of 4. But you know what? My girl Hilary Duff wrote this book, and you know what? I had to support it. I had to read it. So I ordered it from the library. I got it, and here are my thoughts. I liked it. Funny enough, I did. Because I thought it was actually a really easy read. Now, granted, with me being 23, I'm not exactly the target audience, or this is a little below my reading level. But you know what? I said it's a good start. It's a good start. So where do I begin with this story? I'm not going to try and give too much away, but then again, it's over 10 years old, so I don't feel bad. Spoilers, I guess, if that's your thing. So basically, it's the story about a girl named Clea. I thought it was Clea, that's how I read it, but it turns out it's Clea. And she is the daughter of a senator, and also the daughter of the senator is her mom, and her father is a famous doctor. And her father has been missing for the past year. And basically, she has a friend, and I was actually thinking about this before I filmed it. I can't remember his name, and I feel really bad that I can't remember his name. But basically, he's the Jacob of the story. It's Ben. That's his name. The character's name is Ben. So Ben, but think of Jacob when you think of Ben. And basically, she has a lavish lifestyle where she can just afford to fly in a plane, go anywhere she wants at any time at the tender old age of 17 or 18. And her and her friend, I think her name's Raina, are basically, I think in Paris or something like that. And then she comes home and she goes and uploads all her photos onto the computer because she loves taking photos, and discovers a man in every photo of these photos. And basically, the whole story, it's kind of like a mystery, but not really all that much of a mystery per se. Basically, the gist of the story is that the man in the photo is her soulmate, and she, Clea, has, basically the reason why, I like this book, I don't even know how to explain it, because it's like, it takes so many different turns, but not like in like a good kind of turn way. It just seems to like almost have, what's the word I'm looking for? It has like, the book I would say almost is like a little ADD. It goes all over the place, and yeah, I don't think it's bad though. But basically the gist of the story is that she keeps getting reincarnated every so often, and her soulmate is this guy named my God, Sage. Sage is his name, and I've got this book, and he drank the elixir of life in like over 500 years ago, and he can live for as long as he wants. And guys, I don't even know how I could like sum this book up in like a cohesive manner, because like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm scatterbrained too with every direction it took. I don't think it's as it's definitely, I guess, a little more epic than Twilight, the first book, because it does a little more than what happens in Twilight, I guess, but yeah, basically it's very clearly Sage is the Edward of the story, Ben is the Jacob of the story, and Clea is the Bella of the story. And I actually found out about this book because of this YouTube video that was just saying that this was the worst like Twilight knockoff he ever read. Honestly, reading this book, it kind of, to me, felt the same as Twilight in that it felt like generally passable fiction. Like, it didn't feel like, I didn't feel offended reading this book. Like, I didn't feel like I lost a brain cell. Because my girl Hilary wrote it, and, you know, I gotta support her. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because it's, it's definitely interesting, and if you're like me and are rather gay, and you're looking to get back in the reading game, I don't see a reason why to not read a little bit of Hilary Duff's trilogy, the Elixir trilogy. Apparently it's an unnamed trilogy according to Wikipedia. That's what's on there. But, yeah. I'm actually really excited to read the second one because it left off at a cliffhanger. But not really a good cliffhanger either. Like, it didn't feel like there needed to be, like, it was... Like, this book is just kind of weird, like, when I think about it. Maybe that's because it truly isn't that good. But, again, Hilary Duff, Playing with Fire, Metamorphosis, Coming Clean Lady, wrote it. And I had to give her a shout out with this. So, yeah. I think this would have made a really good movie, honestly. But yeah, that was Elixir by Hilary Duff, and if that review made no sense, it's because this book kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. But I'm not saying it's bad, because I was thoroughly entertained reading it. There was like a scene in the book that just took place in a hotel room, and for some reason, the way it was written, I was really into the way it was written, because I felt like I was there. So, yeah. I'm going to review the rest of the series when I read it. So, fortunately, the second book, which I think is called True, or maybe the third one's called True, but either way, it was supposed to come into the library today, and it didn't, so I have to wait another day until I can start reading it. But you'll probably see this a little after I've started reading it, so there's that. Elixir by Hilary Duff. If you've read it, what did you think? Because I'm curious. It's definitely, it was a fun little ride to read this, I'll say that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at salrocha_18, and I will talk to you guys later.